Hey there, welcome to my channel. My name is Jackie. This is Jackie Does Keto. Welcome to my home. I want to say a big thank you to everyone who subscribes and all comments and things like that. I really do appreciate it. And a big welcome to all the new subscribers I've got. I've been getting quite a lot of questions about recipes and guidance and advice and suggestions. So what I thought I'd do today is to look back all the things I've cooked this year, all the recipes and things that I've cooked, and pick out my top 15-ish recipes that I've really enjoyed this year. Most of them are not mine. I prefer to just put my feelers out and find recipes that I want to try and make them and give it a go, and I film it and I share it with you guys. So in terms of preference for recipes, when I do look, by the way, is are the ingredients easy to get hold of, and any leftover ingredients, am I likely to use them again? Because I don't like having like lots of half jars and things in my cupboard. I think it's wasteful. So basically quite regular sort of food. Are the recipes quite easy to follow? Will they freeze? Because I do like to freeze most of my meal preps as well. And hopefully do they taste good as well, and do they fit good macros? So they are kind of my criterias. So I've gone through all the things I've made this year. They're in no particular order. I just picked them up in order of when I made them and popped them on a list. There is going to be a playlist for every video where I have filmed me cooking this. It's called Favourite Keto Recipes of 2020. So at the end, if you want to go and have a look, I've also listed them below in the description box. So again, if you want to click through either the recipe and the link to it on the website where I got it from, or my video, they're going to be below for you to have a look at the end. And if you do like keto recipes and things like that, please press that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed, because I do most meal preps pretty much every weekend, along with my grocery hauls and my weekly weigh-ins as well. I've lost about 115 pounds so far following keto, and I've got quite a long way to go. I'd love to have you with me, so if you haven't already, press the subscribe button. So let's start off. I had to print a list off so I could read them out. So these are in no particular order. They're more in the order of when I did them in the year. And these are the ones that really stuck out to me. So the first one, this is from one of my, you'll see this website feature really frequently. It's free to use, so please go and have a look, subscribe and all those things to the websites. All the websites and things that I will give you, go and subscribe to them. They'll send you mailing lists every week, couple of weeks. They'll send you new recipes, all for free, all to inspire you. And a lot of these I've picked initially to try because I was on their mailing list. So it's always a good idea to join subscribe to their mailing list and give them a little bit of love from me. So the first one is a frequent flyer for me, which is the Keto Diet App. And one of the first things I tried at the beginning of the year, I think in January, was the Paprika chicken. It was really, really nice. It was one of the things reasons why I liked it is it was like a creamy, deep flavoured sauce. It was really nice. I find sometimes with keto food, it can be a little bit of you're only getting half of a regular meal of what you would normally expect on a non-keto. You're not getting a depth of flavour, and I found this one was creamy and a nice deep flavour, and it was really moorish and really homely and tasty, and particularly when it's cold like it is now, I just found it really satisfying. So I'd give that one a big thumbs up. The next one I've made about 4 or 5 times this year, and I've dropped it a few times, which is the chia seed crackers that I love. They will give you a batch of, I think, 35 crackers, 7 crackers in a portion, and I think each portion is something like 2.5 carbs or something really reasonable. They are simple ingredients, I think 3 or 4 ingredients. The only faff really is rolling them out, which you have to do to put in the oven before you have your crackers, but that's the only real faff that there really is. And you can store them in an airtight container and they'll last many weeks. I've eaten them before they've gone stale, let's put it that way. And they're really tasty because you can mess around with the flavours. I've done rosemary and garlic crackers, I've done sweet chilli. You can just do any herbs and spices that you want to throw in there to keep them plain, and they're really good, great with things like cream cheese or pate. So they are a regular thing that I have all the time. The next one I've picked up is a generic bake, a cheesy bake. So the good thing about a cheesy bake is you can put anything you like in there. So you can put in there cauliflower, broccoli, chicken, any leftover protein like gammon, ham is really good. Green beans is really good. Just mix it up with a nice cheesy sauce, put it into a casserole dish, put cheese on top and pop it in. I've picked a generic one, which I have tried, which was from lowcarbyum.com, which is a really good blog actually to join. So they do so many great recipes. That was a generic one I found, but I did one with green beans and it was really good. I think I had some leftover cabbage as well. It's just a really good way to use leftovers, and if you like cheese sauce, you can't go wrong with a nice wintry cheesy bake. And I actually might make this next week because I've got loads of cheese. The next one is Fathead dough bagels. Now you can do bagels, you can do rolls, you can do sub rolls. It doesn't matter what shape you put them in, but a Fathead dough is a basic recipe with like almond flour, egg, and I think it is mozzarella cheese, and you baking powder so it rises, and you can bake rolls or what have you with it. Great for a pizza crust as well. It's a great recipe just to have. I made bagels because I've got a donut mold, a silicone donut mold, so I made bagels in mine. Fantastic, and these freeze really well. So if you want to bake a batch, freeze them and take them out as when you need them. You can pop them in the toaster or pop them in the microwave for a few minutes. Perfect. Again, a really good staple one to have for lunches, or if you want to do yourself some breakfast rolls ready in the morning. You could even make these rolls, bagels or rolls, split them, put in some cooked bacon, some cooked scrambled egg, seal them up with some foil, and just keep them and pull them out whenever you're ready. And you could make some breakfast rolls if you wanted to. Fantastic recipe. I will link one below. This is from ditchthecarbs.com, which I found really straightforward. I think I put sesame seeds on mine, if I remember rightly. So I made sesame seed bagels. If you've got everything but the bagel seasoning, which I can't get here, that'd be really great to put on top as well. I think it's got poppy seeds and things in there as well. That's a really great staple to have for lunches and breakfasts. The next one is a sweet one, which is a triple layer fat bomb, and this one's one of my recipes. So there is a link to the video below, and if you click on that, all the ingredients and things are in the description of the video. These are really popular. I've had people try these. It's a triple layer. You've got chocolate, you've got a caramel, and then like a biscuity base. They're a fat bomb, so they've got a higher fat content. So if you are trying to get your fats up and have something sweet, these are fantastic for doing that. I'll probably be making these at the end of January when I've got some space in my freezer. They freeze really well. I was actually eating them straight from the freezer. And the next one is actually 2 curry recipes. I love curry. I could eat it every week. I have to control myself. So I've got 2 recipes for you. One's the fish curry in a hurry, which I made with cod. I think I got it on yellow sticker and I wanted to use it up for a reason. I was like, oh, okay, I'll just do a curry, and it turned out amazing. And that one was from the Keto Diet App again. And I also made a Thai fish curry, very similar, but this one was actually in the oven, a baked Thai fish curry, and it was really tasty. And that was from the Diet Doctor. Again, that's a really reputable website, so if you wanted to subscribe to them as well, that's a really good one to look at. I'll leave links to both the videos where I've made them. So the next one is Persian Caramels, and I wanted to try something different, and this is, I would say, super, super sweet. I was really curious about trying it. I had some sesame seeds left over. I think that's why I chose this recipe. Essentially, it is sesame seeds flavoured, held together with lots of erythritol. And they are really sweet. And I know some of you guys tried them, and a lot of people really like them. I've flavoured mine with rose water, which kind of almost like Turkish Delight. If you've ever had Turkish Delight, it's kind of like that. It is super sweet, I do warn you. But if you're looking for a hit of sweetness, these ones might be for you, and they keep in the cupboard for a really long time. So again, they are a good one to batch up and cook and keep for when you want them. Again, KetoDietApp.com. And the next one I've got for you is Mongolian Beef. And I know a few of you guys have tried this. It's really good. I did this in my slow cooker. I had some beef that was a little bit of a cheap cut. Put it in my slow cooker, cooked it up. It was really simple, straightforward and delicious. I thickened it up with a little bit of xanthan gum to make it a real thick one. I think I served mine with broccoli. Really, really tasty. And this one was from Is All I Dream About Is Food, which is another great website to subscribe to. She does a fantastic recipes. She's been around for a really long time as well, so worth checking out some of her older videos as well. And the next one is my Yorkshire puddings, which I put up about 3 or 4 weeks ago. Lots of you guys tried it, loved it. These are great. They're called Popovers, I think, in the USA. And they're kind of like savoury pancakes that rise up, and you can fill them with meats and veggies and gravy and things like that. They're really tasty and really simple, and they're quite hard to mess up. So, and they do freeze as well, so you can do those and freeze those ones up. And they will be really delicious. I'm actually going to have some tonight for my dinner. So they're another one for you, and the recipe will be in the description box of the link that I'm going to put below for you. And the next one is my granola bars, and I was inspired to make these because I had some leftover granola, keto granola, which I wasn't keen on. And you guys persuaded me not to discard it, so I decided to try and do something with it, and I made granola bars, and they turned out really good, really tasty. So there's again, the recipe for this will be in the description of the video, which will be in the link as well. These turned out so good, and I did freeze them, and again they came out lovely from the freezer, so you can make these ahead and keep hold of them and get them out when you feel like you want one. The next one is a little bit of a curveball actually, and it didn't actually turn out well, but I really like the flavour of it, so I think it just needs to be played around with. And that was actually on the Slimfast UK website. Slimfast have now do keto products in the UK, and they had a selection of recipes. Someone did make a comment, I think, on the video that that the recipe's probably not theirs, and they're probably not, I don't know, they didn't credit anyone else, but they made these really nice savoury muffins, and they had herbs in there, and the flavour was so nice and different, and it made such a change for some of the things I've had this year. I really like them, but I think because they used coconut flour, there wasn't quite enough liquid. So I'd recommend putting in a splash of maybe almond milk or water or whatever, just to make them a little less dry, but the flavour was absolutely 10 out of 10. So I will be making these again. I think they'd be really nice to have alongside it with your breakfast. Eggs and bacon, that kind of thing. Really nice herby flavour, so recommend those. And another one from the Diet Doctor, which is their tomato soup. It had basil in it. It was really nice and thick. Tomato soup is on the higher end of carbs, but this will make a really good main meal of your day. You could put it with a side of protein if you wanted to, or keep it vegetarian if you wanted to, but really, really tasty. Real depth of flavour. And it was just really, it made such a lovely change. I made, I think, about 8 portions of it in my freezer, and it was absolutely delicious. So again, another soup is great for if you lunch, if you keep your evening meal a little bit lighter, or as your main meal of the day. Highly recommended. The next one is again another one from Keto Diet App. Now I'm very specific about this one. This was a satay chicken, and it wasn't actually the chicken that I liked very much. I found it a little bit strange, but the dip that went with it was a satay flavoured dip, a peanut dip. The dip was absolutely delicious and very Moorish, so I'll link the recipe for this one, but I don't recommend the chicken. I actually just recommend the dip that goes with it. It's very tasty, and I think it'd be really nice with just some plain chicken or some plain beef, or a bit, maybe some steak if you want like a satay dipping sauce. It's really delicious. So that one was another winner from the Keto Diet App. The dip, bang on. And another one that I make all the time, you've probably seen me make it, is to make a stack of Chaffles. I'll leave a link below to one specific one that I liked, but I'll also leave a link to some of the ingredients that I use when I make mine. I've got a mini dash. You can get those from Amazon or eBay, or if you live in the US, from like Target, I think you can get them in there. Small little waffle maker, and with my recipe you can make 4, so you can make basically 2 sandwiches. I do use them for sandwiches, so I'd have cheese and meats or what have you inside them. And lastly, the last thing I've got for you is a chicken pot pie, a real basic, homely, filling, tasty dish. You can either make it into a round traditional pie dish or individuals. I did individuals. I wanted to try it that way. And basically just a creamy chicken sauce with veggies in it, with a nice pastry topping. Absolutely delicious, and it really hit the spot. I will be making it again. Don't shy on the sauce, because it is just really delicious, absolutely worth it, and it's actually quite quick to make. So that's another one I totally recommend. And that is my recommendations for 2020. Hopefully you find something there that you enjoy. I want to say a big thank you to all of the recipe creators for all the different websites. I'll link all of them below. Please go and subscribe to them, give them some love from me. Check out their other recipes as well. There's so much stuff on there. I'm looking forward to cooking loads more delicious food in 2021. If you've got any particular recipes you want to try, that you're looking for, recommend, let me know in the comments below. Have you got any favourites of things that you have cooked this year you really enjoyed, that have really surprised you? Have you got a fantastic bread recipe, or an ice cream recipe, or your favourite desserts? What do you do for lunches? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to explore what you guys cook as well. And once again, thank you so very much for joining me. If this was helpful, please drop a thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy it, a thumbs down, that's okay as well. And I will catch up with you in the next video. I will be posting my grocery hauls, my meal plans, and my weekly weigh-ins again really soon. So if you're not subscribed, press that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next video.